Hi friends, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. It is like 9 o'clock at night and I am recording because we are going on vacation. As a matter of fact, when you watch this, I will probably already be gone. I am going to the lake. We're going to have our last summer hurrah. We're taking the kids out of school for a week because they were all distance learning last year. So what is a week going to do for them? Let's distance learn them for a week, whatever. And we're taking off. So you will probably receive a video on Monday, but it may not be my palette roulette. I know, I'm sorry, but I am trying to get the rest of the videos that I need to record recorded so that you guys have the rest of your regular content for the week. And with that being said, today we are doing my samples from my Simply Samples series, in which I choose some samples and I utilize them for a couple weeks, and then I come back to you and I talk to you about my experiences with said samples. I think that this is on time this time, and I'm so excited about that because I have been not on time the last several, so there's that. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm so happy to have you here. I am a lover of all things colorful, high-end beauty and self-care. I am also a lady of a certain age who's often told, you shouldn't, you can't, please don't, you're too old. And I'm here to tell you, screw them. Who cares what they have to say? You do what makes your soul happy, because I'm dang sure going to be out here doing what makes my soul happy. And I know that you, my subscribers, are super happy that I'm out here doing what makes my soul happy, because it also soothes your soul too. So with that being said, I do hope that you enjoy the channel, that you consider subscribing before you go, and let's jump into the samples. All right, folks, so today, these are the samples that I have to go over with you. I'm trying a new thing. I'm standing while I'm recording because the stool hurts my butt. So that is, if I'm teeter-tottery, that might be why. These are the samples that I have to go over today, and yeah, there's some good stuff and there's some not so great stuff. So the first thing is this. This is the Bath & Body Works Refreshing Sheet Mask. This has got sea minerals and hyaluronic acid. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell good. There's no descriptive scent to it, and I do think that they are not selling sheet masks anymore. I guess I should ask my daughter because she works there, but these were, when I purchased them, they were $5 a piece, and I only know that because the price is on the back of them. They're not awful, but I just don't know that there's any kind of benefit that I saw happen from them. The mask fit my face well, just not 100%. There was a strip of skin on either side of my face, and it just barely hit my chin line. I do have a pretty large head, so that might be why. I do have, struggles, challenges with sheet masks fitting my face entirely. So when I get one that doesn't, it's no big thing to me. I just make sure that I spread the serum that comes in the mask out onto the rest of my face. It's not a big deal. The one thing I can say is that it doesn't really give you any kind of instructions on here, so it doesn't tell you, what it's for, what it's supposed to do for you. It does say to wear it for 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, that mask was dry on my face. I don't know. My skin definitely needed the moisture, apparently. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't, fantastic. I wore it, I put it on in the morning before I did my makeup. I didn't see any kind of repercussions from using it prior to putting my makeup on my face. So that's a good thing. I don't know that I would purchase another one. Well, you can't purchase another one because they don't sell them anymore. What I would say though is, even if I could, I don't know that I would, because it really felt kind of sticky afterwards, and I did end up putting moisturizer on my face and, primer and whatnot. And after that, my face didn't feel sticky anymore, but it still made my face feel sticky and kind of gross. So I don't know that I purchase another one. I think that Bath & Body Works does fantastic things with most everything else that they do. I just don't know. I think this is the third Bath & Body Works mask that I've tried, and I don't know that I've liked any of them. They're good. They're just not amazing. The next thing I have is this. This is the Murad Acne Control Clarifying Cleanser. I did only use this like twice, and a little tiny dab will do you with this guy. It does lather up really well. It works really nicely. It's a gel consistency. It smells not awful for a salicylic acid treatment. Most salicylic acid treatments I have found smell a lot like rubber. This doesn't. It actually kind of has a little bit of a citrusy smell to it, which I don't mind for an acne cleanser. What I can say is this just isn't for me, right? I have really dry skin, and this didn't do it any favors. So there's that. I am going to give this to my kid to use. He is, you know, a 15-year-old boy, and he has an occasional pimple and thinks that he's breaking out with acne, but the worst part about it is that he picks at it. So I need to make sure that he stops doing that. So I am going to give him this cleanser because I think it will be good for him. It does have 2 different kinds of salicylic acid in it. It has the kind that starts immediately taking care of, you know, the challenges on your skin. And then it has the like time-lapsed salicylic acid that helps over time. It is called encapsulated. That's what the word is. It also has green tea in it to help soothe your face. That might be where it gets its, you know, kind of decent smell. It did make me dry though. It kind of made my skin hurt because it was so dry just in the 2 times I used it. Murad is super potent shit. Just saying, like, it's potent. If you need to fix something on your face, Murad is probably the way to go with that. I pulled the Kiehl's Pure Vitality Skin Renewing Cream, just this little tiny guy here. It does have like this almost whipped honey consistency about it. It also doesn't have like any kind of smell to it, which I can appreciate for a skincare. I think it has a little bit of a smell, but it's more like a, I don't know, natural, almost citrusy scent. I know I said that about the Murad stuff too, huh? Not everything smells like oranges. This doesn't smell like oranges. It smells, I can't place it if I'm honest, but it's very subtle and definitely not obscene, definitely not something that anybody would get offended by. I don't think at all. I did use quite a bit of this. It's like to here in this little tiny sample tube. I feel like it made my face so soft. And I love that about it. I do think that it's helped with hydration as well. There are spots on my like chin area, especially since being in, you know, mask up environment all over again, that get really super dry. I did break out right here on my lip from like on my upper lip. It's just driving me nuts. From the whole mask situation all over again. My face tends to be very, very dry and not like snake skinny, but also my face doesn't typically feel soft like a baby's butt. Right now it feels super soft, and it's because I've been using this for the last week. I love it. I would definitely repurchase a full size. I forgot to tell you, sorry. This is a $32 item. It does come full size with 6.75 ounces, and it has 4.4 stars with 1,275 reviews on Ulta. I do believe I got that price from, or that information from. This is a $65 full price item for 1.7 ounces of product. It has 4.3 stars with 201 reviews on it. The only reviews about this that I saw that were negative were that they saw that it peeled. It couldn't go under makeup. I will tell you, I wore it under my makeup this morning, and I've had my makeup on for like 8 hours at this point, so it probably looks a little shabby, but I don't think it was this that did it. I didn't see any problems with using this under makeup. You have to go in with just enough. You don't need an overabundance of any product on your skin to make it work for you, and that maybe is the problem. I don't know. I'm not saying that nobody knows what they're doing, but I'm saying like sometimes when peeling happens, I know from experience that it's because you're using too much of a product. So the next thing I had in here was this. It was the Clinique Dramatically Different lipstick, y'all. This lipstick was I love Clinique lipsticks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have probably 4 over there full-size lipsticks and a bunch of little minis that I keep buying their kits for because I love their lipsticks. This was not it, sis. I don't know if it's because of that little like middle core piece. So it's sheeny, first and foremost, like frosty. Like my grandma used to wear it, frosty. It's kind of a pretty color. It's considered one of their violets. I think it's in berry, raspberry glaze or something like that. It's kind of a pretty color, but it doesn't do my lips any favors. It sinks down into every crevice in my lips, and you know I'm an old ass lady, so I have lots of crevices in my lips. It sinks into every crevice. I feel like it bunches up in the most unattractive way as it is starting to like fade away off your. This is just not it. This is not it. This, I said, ugh. It is the weirdest texture and actually makes my lips look so bad. It dried out my lips and looked like it was taking moisture out as I watched it. Truth. The center strip thing, the center thing is supposed to be in there to help contour your lips, and I don't know what the hell kind of contouring they thought like a clear strip of whatever that is in the middle of a lipstick was going to do. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. It's awful. This lipstick is awful. So this lipstick is a $20 lipstick, and it has a 3.5 star rating with 626 reviews on it on the Ulta website. And all of the reviews on that talked about how it dried out the lips, how they had apparently a different formula for this lipstick at one point in time and then made this one happen, and everybody was just pissed off about it. So I'm just here to tell you, I didn't read those reviews until I was, I just go on at the end of my 2-week period and look up the star rating, the cost, and the reviews for the full-size item. I've already formulated my opinion. I don't disagree. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. That's all I'm saying. All right, the next thing I have in here is this Ulta Beauty shadow palette. Now, this was a shadow palette that I received in like a free gift with purchase, I don't know, many moons ago. I don't know if these shadows are old and therefore expired or what's going on with them, but I can tell you that, and I did take a picture of swatches. The shimmers are not bad. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes, I was not impressed with these mattes. They did not build up very well. They did not last very long. They faded so quickly on my eyes. It maybe has to do with the color. There wasn't a whole lot of pigmentation in any of them, and I feel like this purple one actually has hard pan on it, and it maybe has hard pan because it's a matte that I had to put on to my eyelids with my fingers in order to get any kind of pigmentation out of it. I hate saying that. I hate saying it because I do love Ulta Beauty eyeshadows. I have some single eyeshadows that are phenomenal. Not these ones. These are awful. And maybe awful because they're just in the gimme, right? The throw in freebie, free gift with purchase kind of kit that you get. These are not great. The shimmers are really impactful and really beautiful. Yeah. But the mattes are just chalky and powdery and are not great. So there's of course not a price point on this because it's a throw in, but I'm telling you that this was not great. But I have tried Ulta Beauty eyeshadows and I love Ulta Beauty eyeshadows. It's a single eyeshadow formula that's like $3 or $5 or whatever it is. The Ulta Beauty line, their lipsticks are amazing, their lip oils are amazing, their eyeshadows are honestly pretty great, and this just wasn't amazing. Next thing I have is the IBY eyeshadow that I got in an Ipsy. I got this a while ago. This is from their Super Bloom palette, and this shade is In Bloom. I mean, I didn't really have some great luck with the shadows in this week's like sample series because this shadow also wasn't fantastic. It was very sheer. Did not build very well at all. It did have a little bit of a shimmer, but it's also very kind of grippy in the pan, which I thought was very strange. You guys can see it shows up very, very well in a finger swatch as far as the shimmeriness goes, but on an eye look, it just wasn't impactful. Like, there's next to no pigmentation in an eye look. You put it on and you can see it, but it's barely there, like barely there. So I think it was beautiful, but I don't think that it's an eyeshadow that I loved. And I can also say that the IBY formula I haven't tried except through Ipsy. I do have a couple of IBY shadows. I don't really have a hard time with IBY shadows, but this one felt just a little bit wonky. Not like bad wonky, just like wonky. It didn't feel like a normal shimmer shadow. It wasn't super buttery. It felt like it had like chunks of glitter inside the shadow, but I didn't really notice any kind of glitter on my eye, but it also would like flake off in chunks. So I don't know. It was weird. It didn't last very long on my eye. And I think that a good reason why it didn't last very long on my eye is because of how sheer it was. Like, I could barely tell that it was on my eye. And that's weird because it was very pigmented in a swatch. I could see the orange, you know, that it had as its base shade, but not on my eye. I put it on my eye, swatched it on my hand, and then I put it back on my eye, and I was like, where the hell is all the color going? It was the weirdest experience. So the IBY Super Bloom palette is a $25 palette for 20 shades. So not a bad price point. IBY is a pretty low price, you know, like affordable option for eyeshadows. I think though, to some extent, like, you get what you pay for, and you're definitely getting what you paid for with that shadow. It was pretty, but not pretty enough for me to go out and buy the whole palette. So I do have a palette, an IBY palette in my collection. Like I said, I think I have two, and I have never used them. So maybe we should use one of those in our next palette roulette. The last thing I have here is this. This is the Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. And y'all, I wasn't sure I loved this at first. I do have that it's vegan and cruelty free, and I put that I thought this looked cakey on, and I was having such a hard time blending it. And that was the notes that I put on here. And then I went in and looked at the price point. It's $42 for 0.5 ounces of product, which I think is ridiculous. It's got 4.2 stars on it with a star rating comprised of 381 reviews. So I was like, 4.2 stars, like, that doesn't seem real to me. Like, people, I think, are blowing smoke up Ilia's bum is what I think is going on, because I hate their mascara, I hate their serum foundation, and at that point, I also hated this. Now, notice I said at that point. Here's the true tea. Like, I was going through the comments on it, and the comments on it said the same things I was saying, but then there was some in the 5-star ratings that were talking about it being used without makeup on and how wonderful it looked on a person's face with no makeup on. So I tried it today with I've got on just a skin tint, and I put it on a palette, and then I dipped my sponge into that palette, and then I dipped my sponge onto my hand, and then I just like put it along this line of my face. And that really, like, beautiful natural sheen is this. And I kind of loved it. And I know that, you know, I've been going at it for like 8 hours now, and my makeup maybe looks a little bit like poop. But it was really pretty and really natural, and I really liked it. So my mind changed based on how I used this product. I would say if this is something that you're interested in, be super confident in not wearing any makeup on your face, because this doesn't look good on top of like a regular foundation. I'm wearing a skin tint today, and it looked beautiful, and how I blended it looked beautiful, but prior to that, I was having such a hard time with this product. So I did like many of the things. The ones I would tell you to steer clear of would be this guy here. This Clinique Dramatically Different lipstick was awful. And if you have, you know, really dry sensitive skin, definitely don't get the Murad Acne Control unless you also have acne. I'm gonna go get my sample bins and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, these are my sample bins. I do pull 3 from this drawer, 4 from this drawer, and then I also pull a sheet mask. So this is skincare and this is makeup, right? No, wrong. 4 from this drawer, 3 from this drawer. This is makeup, this is skincare, and that is all I have left. This is just miscellaneous things in this bottom drawer. So let's go ahead and pull our makeup samples. And you guys, we are almost done. Okay, so we have another e.l.f. putty primer, but this one is in luminous, and this one I do not have in full size, and I've never tried. So we are going to use this. All right, this is the Bare Minerals bronzer. This is in the shade Warmth. I used to have this, I think, in a loose. I wonder if it's the same because I loved that bronzer. So I can't wait to try that. All right, then we have this, which is a Lottie London blush. We're getting a full face today, y'all. And this is in the shade Serene. I've never tried anything from Lottie London. We're getting down to the nubs. There's next to nothing in here, y'all. All right, this is a Bite Beauty Change Maker Skin Optimizing Primer. Skincare. Oh, fun. Okay, we have the Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright Cream. I think that's a body cream. We have a body wash by Hemp's. This is a sweet pineapple and honey melon. And I have the Sugar Rush face wash. So I'm going to put this back and go get a face mask. I'll be right back. All right, friends. So the sheet mask that I got is by the Cream Shop. This is the Clarifying Peppermint Cocoa Sheet Mask. It is infused with peppermint oil and treats troubled, acne-prone skin. Just what I need. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's that. I did also pull the Sugar Rush Tarte Squeaky Clean Face Wash. This is just like a one-time use packet. I also pulled the Hemp Sweet Pineapple and Honey Melon Smoothing Cream Herbal Body Wash, so I'm super excited about that. I also pulled the Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright Cream, and this, I think, is a body cream. I love this package. This is really cute. I must have picked this up from Sephora or something. All right, then I have this, the Bite Beauty Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer. There's that. And then I've got a blush by Lottie London, a bronzer by Bare Minerals, and a face primer that is luminous by e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Putty Face Primer. I'm really excited about the items that I pulled for the next couple weeks. So with that said, that is all I have for you as far as the samples go. I just realized that my camera died, so I do hope that I got, you know, the walkthrough of all the things that I'll be working on. But either way, this is what we're working on for the next couple weeks, and I can't say I've ever been more excited over Simply Samples bucket. So there's that. I also would be remiss if I did not mention that I do have a giveaway going on my channel. I will link the video up here in the cards for you so that you can go check that video out. Follow all the rules down in the description box to enter to win, and I do hope that somebody wins because I cannot wait to get this stuff out of my home and into somebody else's. I thank you guys all so much for joining us. I do hope that you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed it enough that you're considering, you know, giving it a big thumbs up. Really does help our channels out here. I also hope that you enjoyed it or me enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. Number one, that's the only way you're going to win a giveaway. And number two, I really want to welcome you in to my crazy but awesome YouTube fam here. If you do subscribe, please let me know down in the comments section. I would love to say, hey, hi, welcome. I do like to welcome everybody as they come in. to my channel. So let me know down in the comment section. I would love to say hey to you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my journey here. And I do hope that 2021 is treating you all kindly. I hope that you and yours are well and healthy and safe and good. And I hope that you all are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.